Alright, so I'm gonna talk about this Trayvon Martin case. I wasn't even gonna touch it, but since everyone wants to talk about the new evidence and his Twitter and his Facebook and all that shit, I'm just gonna point out, a couple things or whatever. Um, okay, so George Zimmerman was self-appointed neighborhood watch, and all neighborhood watches are me. I mean, I've never had one, but I've been in neighborhood watch. I mean, neighborhoods with neighborhood watch people before. All neighborhood watch people are to me are glorified nosy ass neighbors. That's all you really are. Like what the fuck? Um, and then everybody wants to say, um, they're using old pics of him, like all the pictures the media are throwing out are old pics, and they were like when he was like I don't know 14 instead of 17 or whatever. Okay, and then like I saw this one picture of him with like a little polo hat, sticking a finger up and shit. Okay, but he's 17. Like what the fuck? I mean, to me, I'm gonna say he's a regular fucking 17-year-old, and like, I mean, what the fuck? Like, who? Like, what 17-year-old hasn't taken a picture like that? Like, okay. Um, and then like people want to talk about like, okay, even if he did live that life, like even if he was a thug or whatever, and all this other bullshit, you have to look at what he was doing at the current fucking time. He was going to the store for some iced tea and some Skittles, and somebody shot him. Like, let's just be 100 about that. Like, it, and then George Zimmerman, he wants to say it was self defense. How is you self defending yourself, nigga? Like, if you have a gun, like, and the other person is unarmed, like, how the fuck is that self defense? Like, be real. And then, even, okay, even, and then they're saying, like, Trayvon was like a lot taller than and shit. Okay, even with that being said, you're still bigger. Like, okay, I'm pretty sure you all seen that picture of Georgia. He's not a little scrawny ass nigga. This nigga big and fat and whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like this nigga a big motherfucker. So for you to tell me that you can't wrestle down this motherfucker, or at least can't have a fair fight with him, that you have to take your gun out and just pull the trigger on this nigga, like that's some bullshit to me. Cause you're not the skin. I'm skinny. Like look at me. I'm skinny. Now, George Zimmerman, you're fat as fuck. Um, and then to say he was wearing a hoodie, he looked suspicious and all that other bull, all the shit y'all ever heard. Like, okay, I'm automatically suspicious because I'm wearing a hoodie now. I mean, like in my neighborhood, like if I said that about my, everybody be dead if I said that shit. Be real, it wouldn't be nobody living up here, dog. Like, be real, it wouldn't be nobody. My whole street would be blank if I live my life like that. Oh, you were in a hoodie, you're suspicious. Bow. Oh, you were in a hoodie, you're suspicious. Bow. Like, what the fuck? And then George Zimmerman says he looks like he's on drugs or something. Like, how do you, I mean, like, I'm gonna say that, like, I mean, cause I smoke and I know how it is when your eyes get low and shit. Like, I know. So, but for him to say he looks like, how do you look like you're on drugs? And I'm assuming you're watching him from the car, so it looks like he's on drugs. Like, really? I mean, come on. And then even if he was, like, what the fuck does that have to do with you? He's not fucking with you, George Zimmerman. He's not. Even if he was high as hell going to the store, that's none of your fucking business at all. Not even a little bit. Um, it looks like he's on drugs and shit. Blah, blah, blah. Shut up! Like what the fuck? And then everybody's trying to act like this isn't a race issue when it clearly the fuck is. Let me go kill a white kid right now. See what happens to me. Let me go kill a white kid walking to from the store. They ain't gonna put me under the jail, nigga. Like, so don't even give me that shit. It's not a race issue. Yes, it is, motherfucker. It's a fucking race issue. And for me, like, and then white people, I'm just being real. Not even white people. I hate to see white people because it's all racist. Y'all have to be stop being scared of black people. Not all of us is like that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's black people who hit licks and rob people and steal cars and shit and just like kill niggas and shit. It's white people like that. But I mean, it's black people like that. Excuse me. But to say every black person lives that life, or that's all any black person wants to, like, no, like what the fuck? Like, I know black people. I know niggas my age ain't never smoked weed, ain't never drank, don't want to drink, like don't go to parties, don't do none of that shit. They just mind their own fucking business. For anybody to single out one race of people and say they're all bad is some complete bullshit to me. Cause like okay, one of my best fucking friends, like I call this nigga my bro. Like he's like he's Chaldean and white and like I mean he's Iranian and white, excuse me. But we're best fucking friends. Like that's my nigga from day like when my grandma died, he was the first person to say something to me. Like real shit. Like for somebody to say a complete race of people is just bad. It's just some complete bullshit to me because I'm cool with everybody. Like, yeah, I mean, I'm more comfortable around niggas, but I can get along with white people. I can get along with Asian people. I can get along with Hispanic people. I get along with anybody. Like, if you real, I mean, but it's fucked up people and every race of people is cool. It's cool as white people. It's dumb as white people. It's cool as black people. It's dumb as black people. It's cool as Hispanic people. It's dumb as Hispanic people. It's cool as Asians. It's dumb as Asians. Like it's cool as Muslims and it's dumb as Muslims. Like what the fuck? Like just to say a whole race of people is bad, I just don't understand that shit. And anybody trying to say George Zimmerman was anything else but a racist, you're stupid. Like you flat out you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. Or in denial, and you just a racist yourself, and you just want to defend them with some bullshit. But I mean, I just I just think this whole thing is some bullshit. You know, I'm mad. I'm kind of mad everybody been talking about it as long as we have, just because like I feel like it should have been done away with week one. Like I'm kind of mad we're still. It's 2012. I'm kind of mad this shit is still happening. Like I feel like this shit should have been done within the first or second week. Like okay, you did some bullshit. Trial is next Friday. You're going to jail. Like I feel like that's what should have happened. But like for us to been talking about this for like 3 months now, or whatever. Like this was some bullshit. Like on all the big ass. What's the debate, nigga? What's the debate about? I'm trying to understand why are we debating over this shit? Like what's the debate? Why? This shit does not make sense. But yeah. I mean, I just hope this trial goes out like it's supposed to, and rest in peace, Treyvon, and not only to Trayvon, but just other people like him. And I mean, I still hate to say this, but I mean, like, I mean, people like black people in general, like we just have to be more careful than everybody else. Like, even though it's people that's racist in every generation, it just seems like it's especially bad towards black people, and we have to be especially careful. So, I mean, just be mindful of what you're doing. You know, just you know, try not to look suspicious. Even though I don't know how you look suspicious, but try not to, because you don't want George Zimmerman coming after you. But I mean, we just all gotta be mindful of where we at and what we doing, and even though we shouldn't have to, but we do. So yeah, um, that's all really I got to say. But comment if you feel like it or whatever. I know everybody been talking about this shit for a minute, and motherfuckers probably tired of hearing about it and tired of talking about it. But I mean, I just felt like I need to say something because it's some shit I do on a daily basis, and I mean, that's it.